St Michael and All Angels. Just why September the 29th was chosen as the date on which to celebrate the Feast of St Michael and All Angels, no one now seems to know. But for many centuries this day has been dedicated to St Michael, and doubtless the Roman Church had some good reason for its selection, and for giving it the importance with which it has always been regarded. The religious law of Christendom recognises 7 archangels: Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Raguel, Sariel and Jeremiel. St Michael is the chief of these celestial beings. It is he who fights God's battles, and whenever mention is made of him in the scriptures, it is always in the character of a warrior. According to the book of Daniel, it was Michael who helped the Jews in their struggle against the Persians during the captivity in Babylon, and St Jude, in the epistle bearing his name, speaks of his having contended with the devil over the body of Moses, a reference to some legend, the details of which are lost. St Michael's great exploit, however, is the one described in the book of Revelation, where Michael and his angels fought against Satan, the dragon, and his legions, and cast them out of heaven, so that their place was no more found there. Milton gives a stirring account in this great battle in his Paradise Lost, a wonderful piece of descriptive writing which everyone should read. Michael was at one time considered to be the patron saint of France, on account of his having been supposed to have appeared in all the glory of his celestial armour to help the French forces to repel the English invaders. Although he was now yielded this position to Saint Denis, he is still held in great esteem in France, and many French churches are dedicated to him. And the Michaelmas goose, what has that to do with the great archangel? Nothing at all, the hagiologist will tell you. The historian explains the association as originating in a custom said to be common in the Middle Ages, of tenants bringing a goose with them as a present to their landlord when they came to pay their yearly rent. Michaelmas being chosen for the date of payment because it came conveniently near to the end of harvest, when farmers might be supposed to have money in their pockets. Yet there are, in English folklore, traces of legend connecting the saint and the goose. Some 50 or 60 years ago, it was usual for nursemaids to tell their charges when the first flakes of snow began to fall. St Michael is plucking his geese for Christmas, they would say. And there is an old tradition that when the devil and his archangels were evicted from heaven by Michael, they fell headlong into the nethermost hell, and where they turned into serpents. But that some of their lesser followers, more foolish than actually evil, who had been led astray by their rebel leaders, merely fell as far as earth, where they were changed into various kinds of beasts and birds. Geese which hiss so like serpents may have been thought by the superstitious peasantry to be some of these fallen angels, and if so, the sacrificing of a goose on St Michael's Day might well have been part of a religious rite. But however that may be, there is no doubt that for a very long time the eating of goose on Michaelmas Day has been part of English tradition. There is an old proverb which says, "Whoso eats goose on Michael's Day shall never lack money his debts to pay," which is certainly as good an excuse for the self-indulgence as one can want.